is an actual like horror story. This makes my stomach feel bad. 1 hour? Oh. Here, let me lock in and watch these videos. We are watching the Chinese Takeaway. Animated urban horror story. What's urban? What's urban mean? Are they referring to urban as in like country? Not country, like city? Or what? Say what is this? XXF? XX if you're AI. What, bro?
It's never easy trying to get employed without any work experience.
Why the fuck is there a fucking... Why is there a narrator? Why is there a British man narrating in my ear right now, bro? Hear me out, I'm the cat. Alright.
So I considered myself quite lucky when I got my first job working the late shift at a local Chinese takeaway back in early 2000.
That'd be a chill
I
ass
didn't really
job.
mind working nights that much, but it could get really boring at times.
Hold on,
I was
wait.
still in college, you see, so working the late shift was the only option since I had classes to attend during the day. Although I did miss hanging out with my friends after class. The boss was quite...
Get your bread, bro. Get your bread, bro. Don't let, you know what I'm saying? You always gonna have time to hang out with your homies. Get your bread, bro. Money. You know what I'm saying? It's money over everything. I put out everything.
strict with the rules, but the gist of it was to never leave the restaurant unattended or keep the customers waiting. Although I found the door chime that was triggered by an infrared sensor a little bit over the top.
Yo, this animation look nice. Yo, they got some real like mapping niggas in here. What's going on, bro? They got like 3D animation. Look at this main chat, Look at this main chat, I'm not watching your bro. It doesn't exist. I'm not watching that. I told y'all send it in. No one sent it in our videos.
The scruffy Edwardian terrace.
You sent it in. You sent it in. You sent it in. All right, bro. All right, bro. I got you tomorrow.
Houses and rising crime rates certainly left a lot to be desired, and the neighborhood had seen better days.
I'm gonna do this. Peace out, Isaac.
I remember that it was especially quiet that night, with fewer customers than you might expect for a Friday. But apart from that, my shift began pretty much like any other shift. Anyway, about 5 hours into my shift, near closing time, I received a phone call. That was a little different than usual. The reception wasn't all that great, so I had trouble understanding everything she was saying. But she...
Wait, are these niggas open 24 hours? Perfect walk into a smoky line? Bro, like, this nigga's just standing here. You're not gonna hop on your phone or something? You just gonna be standing there, like he's dead ass sitting there like this. That's how I know this nigga gonna die. He's standing here like an NPC.
That was a little different.
Not a thought,
Near closing time,
not
I
a
received
thought
a phone
going through
call.
his head.
That was a little different than usual. The reception wasn't all that great, so I had trouble understanding everything she was saying. But she explained that she lived in the apartment upstairs and wanted to make a simple order and was wondering if someone could bring it to her door, since she was an elderly lady and was worried about taking the stairs. I was hesitant at first because I really wasn't
Yo, what y'all doing if like y'all do a delivery service? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all do like Uber or something, or y'all just deliver some food, and the girl at the door, she's like, "Oh no, I don't have any money. Is there any way I can pay for this?" You know what I'm saying? What y'all doing? Are y'all 10 toes down getting your money, or you know what I'm saying? If she's bad, let's say she like 8 out of 10 MILF. It's over for her lips. Clearly, it's not her first time. I ain't trying to get burnt. I feel like in those situations, you gotta just take the burn, bro. You gotta take the Amaterasu, my nigga. Yo, cause like, look, how many times are you able to like flex that though? You know what I'm saying? Hell no, you tripping.
supposed to leave the restaurant unattended, but since it was only going to take a few seconds, I
I'm
decided to
shredding
do the
that
right
pub.
thing and help the old lady out. Her order was rather odd though. Chicken soup without any seasoning whatsoever. Her instructions were to simply take the order to the top.
Yeah, see, Asian nigga finding out that white people don't use seasoning for the first time. Yeah, they love that shit. Chicken noodle soup. Oh my gosh. What sounds good right now? Sleep.
Top of the stairs, and the money would be placed under the door. As soon as the order was ready, I waited for a few minutes until no one else was around,
The cat's the
which didn't
villain.
take long,
Watch.
since it was such a quiet night anyway. When I came out onto the street, I looked up at the windows of the apartment. But all the lights were out, and one of the windows was open, which I thought was strange considering how cold it was that night. Opening the door to the main apartment unleashed a strong gust of air, and I acknowledged a notable chill as I observed the old wooden staircase.
You about to go up those stairs too? Are you dead ass? I mean, I guess it's for money and you're delivering. I went to some sketchy places when I was in my DoorDash arc.
Seeing how the door was slightly ajar, I thought perhaps she was waiting for me at the door. But it was too dark to see inside. When I glanced down at the floor, I noticed there wasn't any money. So I tried to get her.
Who the fuck was that?
Noticed there wasn't any money.
Oh, it's a ghost baddie. Yo, we've had this conversation before, bro. I feel like cracking a ghost bit is gonna be so fire, bro. Imagine the ectoplasm. Yo, that shit will make it so slippery. Yo! You deserve it. Mr. Crack Anybody. No, Mr. Take that shit down. Who the fuck is Mr. Crack Anybody?
So I tried to get her attention by knocking a few times until eventually I heard the familiar chime of the restaurant doorbell. This caused me to hurry back down the stairs and peek my head around the corner.
Oh shit.
Fearing
But it's
the
nobody.
worst, I was relieved to see that
nobody.
my boss wasn't out on the street, wondering where the hell I was. And when I approached the window to the restaurant,
Nobody's there.
I was surprised to see that there were no customers either.
Oh.
Just a black cat that had snuck into the restaurant, now just staring at one of the chairs as if someone was sitting there. I'll be honest.
Wait,
this
can
creeped me out a
cats
bit.
can cats actually see ghosts? Yo, any like spiritual niggas, like can they actually like see like the ghost that's chilling or something? Like where did that stigma come from? When did they gain that hidden ability? It's speculated for real. Like I feel like someone just one day was like, you know what? I'm just fucking lie. I think dogs, man, my weak ass dog can't look for no fucking ghost. The nigga can barely even look for a bone. It can barely look for shit for me. Talking about looking at ghosts.
But I think I was more concerned with the prospect of my boss finding a cat in the restaurant, given his disdain for felines and animals in general. Anyway, eventually the cat left on its own after a while, and I
Cats
went
got
back
night vision.
behind the
Don't all
counter
animals though?
and decided to call the old lady's number to make sure
Their
she
eyes are
received the
better than
order,
people.
and if it was a good time for me
So that
to
means they
stop
can see
by and
ghosts?
pick up the money. However, when I called the number, I realized that the line was disconnected. I wasn't quite sure what to do
Can't
next,
look for a bone.
because
No, bro.
I wasn't
This thing can't do
supposed to be
shit.
making any deliveries. But since it was just a chicken soup, I decided to take some of the cash I had on me and place it into the cash register, just so the boss wouldn't give me an earful later on. I could always stop by the old lady's apartment sometime tomorrow to pick up the money anyway. The next half an hour or so after that were quite uneventful. The rest of the staff had already finished up and headed home, and my boss followed shortly afterwards. I was used to being the last to leave, and locking up was part of the job description.
Bro, you doing all this, you closing down the whole shop, running this shit on your own. I promise you he's not making more than 15. He's probably making like a crisp 13 an hour, if lucky. You know what I'm saying? Probably like a cool like 20% of the temps too. I promise you he's not making no sort of cash from this, bro.
I really didn't want to stick around any longer than I needed to, so I closed up and locked the door before finally heading down the street. However, a quick subtle glance through the window as I walked past was enough to cause me to stop as I experienced what I can only describe as deja vu. The black cat had once again found its way into the restaurant, sitting at the exact same spot,
I'm
staring
leaving that
at the
nigga.
chair.
I'm leaving that nigga.
Needless to say, I couldn't just leave the cat
Mama Art's
trapped
not
inside the
someone
restaurant
else.
all night, so I unlocked the door and opened it slightly, while trying to get the cat to come back out
Nah, on God, I'm leaving that nigga.
onto the street. But the cat just ignored me and instead disappeared behind the counter.
Do you know Lawnmower Arts? Yeah, I do Lawnmower Arts reactions. I have some on my YouTube.
However, as I approached the cat, my blood turned to ice when I heard the chime at the front door, and that's when I saw something that caused me to gasp and hold my breath.
What do you see?
I couldn't see her face, not because it was too dark, but she was facing the opposite direction.
Aw, she got a pancake booty. Nah, my shit fatter.
As if she had just stepped outside. I thought about trying to get her attention, but after a while of just standing there at the door, she eventually made her way down the street. Standing there at the door, she eventually made her way down the
Mr.
street.
Nightmare? Sometimes.
I could feel my heart pounding through my chest as she slowly passed by the window, which was soon followed by an uncanny silence.
Dead ass. Nigga like me, I'm just going home. Like, I don't know why he's over here staring at it. I don't know why he's like letting it rock out. Bro, I'm just leaving. Like, is that, I don't know. I feel like I really wouldn't be that scared in a situation like this. I probably wouldn't think that much of it if I seen some like random lady just walking past.
At some point, I did tell a colleague about what I saw that night, and judging by the description of the old lady, he told me that it sounded eerily similar to the lady that used to live in the apartment upstairs.
But she's been dead the whole time.
She died just a few months ago after suffering a severe fall, and the apartment had been vacant ever since. I didn't tell him about the phone call or my attempts to deliver the order to the apartment, which made what he told me next even more chilling. He went on to say that she was a regular customer at the restaurant and was remembered fondly for always ordering unseasoned chicken so she could share it with the neighborhood cat. Needless to say, working the late shift never felt quite the same after that night.
Damn, what the fuck? Yo, this is a Disney Pixar movie. This ain't no horror short. They playing this angelic symphony in my ears while concluding this story. Yo, y'all hear this? This is the OST that was playing at the end of Endgame, bro. SGA. Don't mention that nigga name around me. Yo, why is this fire? Jump scare, jump scare, jump scare. Type shit COD games play after showcasing how much damage a ZU-10 nuke did. See, I wish I could understand that, but I haven't played COD in like, the last time I played COD was when I was like, when did Ghost come out? When did Ghost come out? Like Call of Duty Ghosts. This is a good video though. I like this. This shit came out. Ghost came out in 2018. I feel like it's a little longer than that, right? Like 2016, 2013. Did Call of Duty Ghosts actually come out 2013? Hey, this is a good video though.